Hello, everyone. My name is Kim Hayworth from the Facebook page Good News Daily. And today I'd like to talk a little bit more about the pH and frequency of things that affect us. And I had talked about in a previous video about food and about drink. And I had also mentioned about our self-talk, our thoughts, our words, our emotions, our attitudes. They all have a frequency and an energy to them. And those things all affect our physical and mental health. So today I'd like to chat a little bit more about that. So we have the ability to measure the frequency of different emotions. For instance, grief, shame, fear, regret, powerlessness, they all have very, very low frequencies. And things like love and joy and happiness have very high frequencies. And you can imagine what will fuel our health even more, right? When we are in those higher frequencies. Things that are kind of in the middle are things like boredom, maybe contentment, optimism gets a little bit higher, being hopeful comes up a little bit higher. So you can see the range of these frequencies and how it could affect our physical health. Because if we are vibrating and operating at a lower frequency, we are going to attract the things that are a match for those things. For instance, bacteria, viruses, things like that. If they are vibrating at the same frequency that we're at, guess what? We are going to attract them into our lives, into our bodies. And they are going to be quite at home because we are in the same frequency they are. If we are at a higher level, one of joy and happiness and love and gratitude is such a beautiful frequency. If we can operate in those places more often, then the things that are a match for that will come into our lives. So today I would like to give you a little challenge. Start paying attention to the things that come up. To your self-talk is a big one. What are the things that you say to yourself about yourself? A lot of us have very negative self-talk. Things we would never, ever, ever say to someone else, we say to ourselves all the time. And guess what? Your cells are listening. Your body is going to manufacture the direct representative of that belief, because guess what? It's a belief you have about yourself. And until we notice and allow and change those things, we will keep operating out of that same pattern and keep bringing in the same things into our bodies, into our lives, into our energy, into our field, into everything about us. So that is my suggestion to you today, to start paying attention. And then once you start seeing some of these things, acknowledging some of these things, please don't beat yourself up, right? We've been operating this way for a very long time. Give yourself time and space and grace to be able to acknowledge, to allow, to affect change in your life. And it can be as simple as, using EFT, like I've mentioned in earlier videos. Tapping, emotional freedom technique, is a great way to start some change. Really just allowing that to come up and say, now wait a minute, do I really believe that? Do I really believe that about myself? Maybe I could choose something different. And then just notice it and start replacing it. Little by little. Sometimes habits take 21 to 30 days to take effect, so it may take a period of time. Think of all the years that you told yourself that. that negative belief about yourself. So give yourself time and space to allow that amazing change in your life. And you will see the reflection of that in every part of your life. So as we make these changes, it creates a change within our physical bodies, in our minds. And that will affect our overall well-being and that's hard to say, overall health. I pray this has been a benefit to you today. Take a moment and notice. Take care.